15 yards out, he needs to be hitting the target.
And he's put it over the top. And that was a poor finishing to finish off a very, very good move for City to get forward. Doku pulls it back, and he was leaning back, and he had time to take a touch, to be honest, and throw a dummy and go onto his left foot and get the shot away, or even onto his right. And it was a brilliant chance for City to make it two. It's one that's got away. Manchester City leading here. There is an injury at the moment for Liverpool, and it's Jota that's down. The Liverpool physio Lee Nobes is speaking in his earpiece. Diaz is just about to come on for Liverpool. It looks like Gravenberch is coming on. Yes, Gravenberch is going to come on as well. So Diaz and Gravenberch just about to enter the fray. Double change is imminent for Liverpool. I think they'll just wait on the feedback from Diogo Jota and his injury. It looks like he's going to come off, Jota. He's moving gingerly. He's the natural replacement for Luis Diaz. So Diaz will come on down the left-hand side. He's just receiving some final instructions. And Jota has indeed come off. It's obviously a problem there for Jota. He's limping slightly. Jones is the other player coming off. Ryan Gravenberch, the Dutch international, comes on. Two like for like. Liverpool won't change their formation and their philosophy. Might just have a little bit more going forward in Gravenberch than they did in Jones. City win it back. It's played out wide by Bernardo Silva to the right-hand side, and Phil Foden. Liverpool need to regroup and quickly. Here's Rodri on the corner edge of the penalty area, hangs it up. It's just too high, and it comes out to Haaland. And Haaland has thrust it over the top of the crossbar. It was a header away from Matip, who got there ahead of Nunez. In fact, it was not Nunez, it was Alvarez. Long ball forward. Akanji wins the header. Now Doku volleys it a long way backwards. Not the expected decision of Doku, but it's made its way all the way back to goalkeeper Ederson. Alvarez played along the 18-yard line to Akanji from Diaz. Liverpool are trailing here by a goal to nil, and we've played 10 minutes of the second half. Grealish not in the squad for City. He's got a sickness bug. Good play by Tsimikas, finding Diaz. First touch for him, but it comes to absolutely nothing. He's crowded out of it. There's two changes for Liverpool. Freshen things up for them as they go in search of an equaliser. Can they break Manchester City's home monopoly? No one has come here and avoided defeat in 2023 before today, and Liverpool are currently a goal to nil behind. It's back with goalkeeper Ederson onto that left foot, swings it effortlessly, 3/4 of the length of the field. Matip gets there in the aerial duel against Jeremy Doku, as you would expect. Now Salah, chance to dance down the right-hand side. Checks back. He's got Bernardo Silva for company. Salah finding Gravenberch, sent out wide to Salah once again, this time by Szoboszlai. And that would play, it goes off the foot of Aki, right by the corner flag. I think it's a throw-in. In fact, it's a corner. It has gone out for a corner. In goes Matip, in goes Virgil van Dijk. The last corner that was swung in was taken brilliantly by Ederson in the air. They'll be hoping for the same again here, City. Tsimikas, this time it's Haaland with a header away, only as far as McAllister. Swung back in by Trent Alexander-Arnold. It wasn't a good delivery, and suddenly City are away, and it's one-on-one between Doku and Alexander-Arnold, and Doku's got the better of him, but by this time plenty of Liverpool shirts have clustered back behind the ball. Bernardo Silva out wide to Alvarez, who's grown into this game. Back to Bernardo Silva again. Aki. Picked up by Diaz. Square of him, Rodri. No yellow cards in this game yet. If Rodri gets one, he'll miss the next game against Spurs. He's on 4 yellows. Here's Aki. It's been all City in the last couple of minutes. Liverpool having to bide their time to have clusters of possession in this game. Long ball forward, Kyle Walker into the penalty area, and it drops down. Foden's shot is blocked well by Van Dijk. It's back with Walker again. Alvarez tries to turn inside, but it comes off of a Liverpool player in Gravenberch, and the whistle has gone, and a free kick has been given to Liverpool. 58 minutes gone, and it's Pep Guardiola 1, Jurgen Klopp 0. Those two know all about playing one another. City against Liverpool, Dortmund against Bayern Munich. Liverpool hosting Lask in the Europa League on Thursday. Next Sunday they host Fulham, away to Sheffield United, away to Crystal Palace. Some winnable games for Liverpool coming up. There's Nunez bursting into the penalty area. Aki's there. Tries to knock it against Nunez, but this time it's given as a corner. Manchester City, as I mentioned earlier, they've got Leipzig here in the penultimate group match in the UCL on Tuesday. Spurs here next Sunday off the back of that, 2 away games against Aston Villa and Luton Town. So Liverpool have a corner. It's going to be taken by Trent Alexander-Arnold. He's going to whip it outwards on the right-hand side. And it comes. Good delivery. Good header up in the air from Akanji. Walker is held somewhat there by Nunez. It's away by Rodri. All hands to the pump for City. Cleared up in the air by Phil Foden. Liverpool can start again with Tsimikas on the left-hand side. Switches it to the right, and Alexander-Arnold takes it down in his stride and then switches it back to the left again. They're trying to stretch City here. Gravenberch to Nunez. Nunez cuts back inside, thrusts one towards goal, hands behind his back. Bernardo Silva. Free kick to the long ball into the penalty area, and it came off of Ruben Diaz, who couldn't take any chances. Solid defending from him, with Nunez right on his back. Corner for Liverpool. Liverpool asking the bigger questions in this second half. Tsimikas to take the corner. Two central defenders make a run for it, and well, they went for the same ball almost in the end. It was a header from Virgil van Dijk, but it was straight at Ederson, who's still on course for only his 3rd clean sheet in 15 against Liverpool. Just past the hour mark. Liverpool trailing here at the Etihad by a goal to nil. 370 goals scored in total by all 20 Premier League clubs this season, the joint most after 12 games in Premier League history. Manchester City usually happy to contribute heavily towards that. But only one today. It's gone City's way. It was the big match of the day, with these two sides returning back from international duty. Here goes Foden down the right-hand side for Manchester City. As soon as he gets hold of the ball, the assistant referee over on the far side, Dan Robarth, raises his flag, and it's a free kick to Liverpool. We trail here by a goal to nil. This has not been a very happy hunting ground for Liverpool. Won just 4 of 26 Premier League visits to City. Liverpool winners just once in 14 before today at the Etihad. City have scored 18 in their last 6 home matches against Liverpool. This is the 88th home match for City in the league against Liverpool in history. Trent Alexander-Arnold gets it onto his right foot. Long ball forward, cut out by Walker. Gravenberch, good running by him, but it was a good interception by Bernardo Silva. Cleared away by Aki up towards the halfway line, onto the right foot of Doku. Cuts inside and spins past McAllister and gets past Gravenberch and sends it to the right-hand side. And Phil Foden, who's happy to just slow things down for Manchester City. Back to Kyle Walker. Now Rodri. Inside to Akanji. Nice play. Alvarez towards the edge of the penalty area, waiting for the run of Foden. He delayed it and then gets a cross in. It's just too high for Bernardo Silva, and it glides over his head and away for a goal kick to Liverpool. But that was a menacing move from City. Foden's cross just too high. I think if you'd have swapped Haaland and Bernardo Silva there, you might have got some end product. It's just too much for Bernardo in the end. Rodri gets ahead on the Liverpool clearance. Now Foden turns it back to Rodri once again. Inside to Bernardo. And Kyle Walker keeps it ticking for Manchester City. Diaz and Rodri to Bernardo. Now Aki. Just little triangles inside their own half. So confident with the ball, and out wide to Doku. His hair tucked back and he's always a live wire. Akanji. Aki. Just inside his own half is Rodri. Square of him, Diaz. Ruben Diaz, Portuguese international. £62 million from Benfica. Back from international duty with Portugal. Who could be dark horses for the Euros next summer. Here goes Doku to the byline. He's got there and he's got the cross back, and Haaland was sniffing. It's gone in between two Liverpool defenders. He couldn't get a proper purchase. Gravenberch has only partially cleared it. Rodri with a shot, took a deflection, and whilst it was always going wide, the goalkeeper stood rooted to the spot. A corner is given, but City are surrounding the referee, saying there was a handball in there, and I'm sure that VAR are going to have a little look here. Can't say that whilst following the ball left, right and centre, I noticed it first time of asking. No, that's not a handball. 2 Liverpool players jumped for it, and it hit the backside of Gravenberch and went behind for a corner. You're not going to get a penalty for that, I'm afraid. 65 on the clock, 20 minutes already played in this second half. Manchester City still leading as they were at half-time by a goal to nil. They've got a corner here on the left-hand side. It's going to be taken by Alvarez in towards the far post. Came off the head of Diaz, but didn't know an awful lot around about it. I think he was lost in the sunlight. It's gone behind. It's going to be a goal kick to Liverpool. Erling Haaland has only, I can confirm, he's only played against Brentford once and he didn't score in that game. So Brentford are now the only team that have not been Erling Haalanded, so to speak. And of course, I think they come here very soon, actually. Just looking at the City fixtures, well, it only goes up to the end of December. I do believe they come here soon. Anyway, that's for another conversation. City on the ball at the moment with Akanji. And Alvarez drops deep, gives it to Aki, who's happy to go all the way back to goalkeeper Ederson. Akanji. It's Aki again. Little triangles from City deep inside their own half. Bernardo Silva and Alvarez is off again, so full of running. Gives it down the left-hand side, and Doku. Doku can take on Matip. Pulls it back, does Doku. First there is Gravenberch, and he smashes it behind for a corner, the former Bayern Munich player. City nearly halfway through this second half, still leading by that solitary goal to nil. After the 4-4 draw against Chelsea, things have tightened up a little bit for City, but we were still expecting goals in this game, probably more than just the one that we've had so far. On a sunny day in Manchester, Alvarez swings it in underneath the crossbar, and there is the second goal, and it's been tucked home by Diaz, but it will not count, and it's just as well for Alisson Becker, the Liverpool goalkeeper, because he's let it slip through his fingers, but he was fouled in the process. But my goodness me, Alisson, I said in the first half, he's had a shocker, regardless of whether he was fouled or not there. He's having a shocker, because he's gone in there, he's gone to gather it, and yes, he was barged under pressure from Akanji, but you still expect your goalkeeper to take those. He had two hands up in the air, and it was a floppy challenge on him from Akanji. It wasn't great goalkeeping, but it was a foul, and so we have to give Alisson the benefit of the doubt in what has been a rather disastrous afternoon so far for him. VAR are having a look, so it might yet stand. VAR have agreed, I think, with Chris Kavanagh, and Liverpool can now take this goal kick, safe in the knowledge that Manchester City aren't 2-0 up. Kanji with the foul on Alisson. Ruben Diaz with the goal that isn't a goal. Foden's header over the halfway line, helped on by Alvarez. Tsimikas gets there ahead of Foden and knocks it heavily back to Alisson. Goes square to the edge of the penalty area, and Matip. And then McAllister's given it away. Akanji up to Alvarez, and then Akanji again hit him on the shin and bounced straight back to McAllister. But a free kick has been given for a foul by McAllister on Alvarez. McAllister can't quite believe it, and this is in a real good position for Manchester City, within striking distance. Yeah, it was a late challenge on Alvarez by McAllister. Two World Cup winners, two teammates for Argentina. Alvarez might fancy this. It's in a really good position. It's what, 8-9 yards outside the penalty area, left of centre, pretty much parallel with the join between the D on the left-hand edge of the penalty area, the D at the edge and the 18-yard line itself. There's a one-man wall, so Liverpool don't feel too threatened. They're expecting a delivery rather than a shot. Alvarez is shaped up to strike this, I think, but it's going to be Bernardo, and headed over the bar by Rodri, who was a mile away from any red shirts. The Liverpool marking went AWOL, and luckily for Liverpool, it was headed over. And a diving header from Rodri, who should have scored. And that could have finished things off with 20 minutes to go. Well, there's no question City have been the better side overall here. And that would have put some gloss on it. That would have put a finishing touch on it. Here's Doku. Down the line he goes to Bernardo Silva. Liverpool working hard to try and stay in this game. Bernardo Silva turns the full 180, the full 360 rather. 180, 360. He's turned Matip inside out, but he's knocked it so far forward of himself, it's gone out for a goal kick. Goal kick is taken quickly. Here's Liverpool's new signing in the summer, Dominic Szoboszlai. He's been on the periphery really today. He's had to chase. Here he is though, on the ball at the moment in the centre circle. Dabs it forward. Diaz out wide to Salah. Bit of room for Salah. Goes back for the return to Diaz for a corner. It wasn't going in. It was covered by Ederson anyway. And he made the save just to be on the safe side, but it's a chance for Liverpool, who were a little bit more incisive there. Nunez with a first-time shot. It was going wide, but the goalkeeper does get a hand to it and pushes it wide. Corner Liverpool, 71.5 minutes gone. Still time for this game to take a swing in an alternative direction. Liverpool corner from the right-hand side. It's delivered deep. Ederson comes jogging off his line, leaps up high and claims the ball with consummate ease. They've been the better side. I said that on numerous occasions, and it's been clear as Ake nervously clears the ball against Salah and out for a throw-in, deep inside his own half in the left-back position. Here comes another Liverpool change. It's Cody Gakpo. It's going to come on for Szoboszlai. Szoboszlai exits at the closest point, at the side of the pitch, and Cody Gakpo is quickly on. Both teams have an array of Dutchmen out there. Got Gakpo, Gravenberch. Of course, you've got Ake and Virgil van Dijk.